Hey guys, and welcome to WordsAtScale. So if you have been living under a rock and haven't noticed the introduction of the new Claude 2.1 model, that's understandable since we've been running an amazing giveaway lately. But the news is out, the Claude 2.1 is available, and what better time to revisit our GPT-4 Turbo versus Claude 2 comparison. And for those of you who missed that video, GPT-4 was declared a winner, but still Claude 2 has some serious advantages in terms of readability, SEO score, and AI detection. Unfortunately, it did not possess the context window of GPT-4 then, and it wasn't the greatest at following prompts that I was using. So overall, again, GPT-4 was declared a winner, but still Claude 2 is a very viable option, and I still use Claude 2 to this day. So I've decided to run the same experiment this time around. The main addition to this experiment isn't that I will be running my prompt 3 times. So we all know that LLMs will usually output different results, and it is the average of those 3 outputs that I think will be a more objective measure. Pretty sure people have been getting sick of candocs and long lately, so we are choosing another keyword. And before I run this experiment, just real quick, Claude 2.1 means 3 things. The first one is 200,000 context window, which roughly translates into 150,000 words. Then the hallucination rate has been decreased, and it's a 2x decrease versus the previous model, meaning that Claude 2.1 will hallucinate less. Unfortunately, this also means that you might not be able to ask Claude for certain things, and people have been complaining, and I have experienced that as well, like with certain topics. Claude will outright reject your prompt. So one of the latest prompts that I tried to run was assuming a role, so a classic in prompt engineering called personas. So it would just not assume the persona, even though it wasn't something, borderline illegal. It was about AI detection, I think. So with those hallucination decreases came some of the more stringent settings within Claude 2. And then the API too, I haven't gotten my access to the API yet. This will be similar to the OpenAI Playground, so we won't be testing that unfortunately today. But all the other things we will test. And this is the prompt, and that's going to be in the comment section down below. Using Markdown formatting, bolded words, lists, and tables, write a 2,000-word article on Bitcoin price prediction 2025. And then I'm asking Claude and GPT-4 to do a couple of things. First, follow the SEO optimized outline, which I extracted from perplexity.ai. This is the outline. Then I'm asking the LLMs to include relevant links from this list here, and these are the LSI keywords from Neural Writer. And finally, I'm asking Claude and GPT to create part 1 out of 3. In the hopes of getting a larger article. So let's just copy this. And this time let's start with Claude. I think we started with GPT-4 last time. Or we can do them simultaneously. So I'll hit run here and GPT-4 just to make sure. Yeah. So this is our first attempt. Okay. And last time Claude just wouldn't insert any links as opposed to ChatGPT that did that on its first try. I don't see any links in either. Okay, no links here. Here's part 1. Go on. Here's part 2. Maybe you'll see some links in part 2. Okay, these are the links. No links still for Claude. And if you have a way of inserting links natively in Claude, just let me know. I'm pretty sure I can do it after the article is generated, but that's not what I'm going for. Okay, more links from ChatGPT. Next, and this is the final installment. And once we measure this first generation, I will pause the video and I'll do the other 2. And then I'll get back to you with the results. Okay, so this is what we got from GPT-4, and it was faster than Claude. Maybe this is something to consider as a factor as well. But they are both relatively fast, so wasn't it in Markdown formatting? That's weird. Let me paste it into Neural Writer, and I'll just get rid of these artifacts. Okay, this is the final article, and since we started with Neural Writer, let's check the SEO score, and surprisingly, the SEO score is very low. This is weird, so hang on. Okay. This is weird. It's very low, guys, so, okay. So the first generation returned a result of 42. I'll just note it down here like so. Now with Grammarly, we'll do the word count, 1194. We'll do readability. No, we'll do readability with Hemingway. We'll check plagiarism. While we wait, let's check for readability. Oh, grade 14. Ouch. What about plagiarism? Plagiarism is 4%. So 4%, and then the readability was great. Not great, but grade 14. I'll just put 14 here. Finally, to AI detection, 0%. And as far as precision goes, this is very subjective, but let's just take a look once again. We wanted both words, lists and tables and links, and these are the links. They weren't inserted in a very native and coherent manner, but I would say it still it passed the task somewhat, even though it wasn't perfect. Let's just say 1 for pass and 0 for fail. And now I'll do Claude, and then I'll just post the video and do the other two generations. Okay, Claude. Now to the final part, and unfortunately still I do not see any links at all, and I don't know why this keeps happening. This must be very frustrating for the Claude users. So let me just fix all the incorrectly attributed H2s. So there are a lot of H1s for some reason. This is weird. I haven't seen so many H1s inside of Claude when doing long form. This is just weird. Okay, and the SEO score again is not the best. And I have both title and description pre-populated, so the SEO score is 49, which is somewhat low. Let's check the other stats. Readability, still great, 14. So readability is equally poor. Plagiarism is 1%, okay. SEO score is higher, but not by much, 49, and the best is 80, so this is heavily under-optimized, if you believe in such optimization. 99% original, nice. That's what we like. 99%, so what do we have left? Word count. Can grab it from Grammarly. The word count was 1657, so a little bit longer. Oh, a lot longer actually. 1657. Precision, I would have to fail it once again, guys, just because of the links. I don't think this is end all be all, but when your LLM doesn't follow the prompt, it's very frustrating. Okay, so now I'll post the video, I'll run the next two generations, and I'll report back to you. So just I'm pausing the video for a second to say that I was able to get some internal links from Claude on my second try. So this is the second generation, this is an internal link, and this is an internal link, and this is an internal link as well. So 4 contextually placed internal links, so that's nice, and I will include that. That will affect the average score, obviously. And GPT-4 was much better with links on my second try once again. The prompt is the same, the topic is the same. So as you can see, relevant links are inserted natively, as opposed to just, being placed artificially. So that's good to know. So guys, unfortunately, I made a silly mistake. I was writing about Bitcoin price prediction 2025. Whereas the yellow side keywords were for the keywords of Bitcoin price prediction 2024. So I had to go back and redo everything. Fortunately or unfortunately, that didn't move the needle. So the results did change, but slightly. So these are the final results, and I took it upon myself to calculate the averages. For the context window, Claude 2 now is a clear winner because it does have a much larger context window. As far as precision goes, even though this is not an accurate representation of what happened as far as averages, still GPT-4 followed my prompt to the T. But Claude did it only once out of 3 generations, so I failed Claude in this regard. For the word count, the average word count for Claude was higher than for GPT. Readability was better. Plagiarism was quite comparable, so I wouldn't pick a winner based on plagiarism. For the SEO score, even though it was quite low in both of the cases, Claude 2 showed a better SEO optimization score, and for A detection, that wasn't even a choice. So almost 90% for Claude and a big fat 0 for GPT-4. So there you have it. These are the conclusions. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you next time.